I'm James Zanewicz from Tulane Medicine here in the Bullpen at JPM 2025, and it's my pleasure to sit with Eric Hanson of MILMED Connect. Eric, welcome.
Thank you very much. Appreciate being here.
I have 3 simple questions for you, and the first one is about yourself. Give us a little bit about your history and how you got where you are today.
So I'm a former Air Force physician, and I went to Uniformed Services University in Bethesda, Maryland, through the Air Force. So a great way to get your medical school training, and decided to go out and do operational medicine right away. So a lot of aeromedical evacuation, transporting patients around the world. And after that, decided to get into R&D in the military. And to do that, I did an aerospace medicine residency, a preventive medicine residency, but also I got a master's in public health in genetic epidemiology at Hopkins, and built that into a big biodefense portal. How do you interrogate upper respiratory pathogens, and got a lot of DARPA funding, Defense Threat Reduction Agency funding, Army, Navy, Air Force, other areas. So I learned a lot about interagency funding, communications, and how do you build a big R&D project. That was one of my hats in my last role in the Surgeon General's office, and the other one was Division Chief of Science and Technology for the Air Force Medical Service. I gave out a lot of SBIRs, SBRs, and STTRs funding, and did a lot of tech scouting. Third role, I was the Air Force chair of the congressionally directed medical research program. So Congress picks topics, about $1.6 billion a year for biomedical R&D. And after the Air Force, that's what I've been helping companies to do. I did about 20 years of clinical practice, but last 12 years have been business and medicine, and how do you help companies advance dual-use technologies that have military and civilian applicability.
And so that brings us to MILMED Connect, I think, and probably what are you focused on right now, or what do you focus on when you get up every day? What's driving you forward? What is that in 2025?
It is dual use. Anything that can help, in a military and civilian use case, and the civilian market is much larger. So when a company is building a technology, whether it's med tech, pharma, biopharm, or biotech, or digital health, AI assist, keep the focus on the civilian, because that'll keep the company going. But along the way, there's about $25 billion in DoD federal that biomedical R&D that's in addition to the $26 billion of NIH. Everybody knows how to navigate the NIH world well. I focus on the DoD federal, that where do you enter, what do you go for tactically, what do you do strategically, and I've interacted with about 750 companies over the last 12 years. We work directly with a third of them, 250, and we've captured over $300 million to help companies accelerate that tech forward into operational settings, clinical settings, and then, for example, DoD, VA, and internationally. And so that's what I love to do, is find that dual-use tech and meet people that have something like that.
So really helping them figure out how to access and navigate those programs. So the ones you just mentioned, potentially BARDA, the CDMRP program, lots of those things. There's so many acronyms. It's really confusing for people. Yeah. And those dual-use technologies has such potential for tremendous impact, both for our service men and women, as well as the alumni of the armed forces, plus society at large. So there's a tremendous opportunity to advance your company without perhaps diluting as much as you might from traditional investment funding sources.
Exactly. Well, one company, they raised about $14 million for a host-targeted antiviral, and that's private. We worked into a medical countermeasure funding opportunity, and they're funded up to $20 million now, and potentially up to over $50 million. So $14 million plus another $60 million, it helps to accelerate, but opens up new opportunities. His CEO, she's a wonderful leader, but she wasn't aware of the medical countermeasure opportunity that's out there. And there's also a priority review voucher, and I was just speaking with a company here, and they're also working on a burn technology. And you can think about chemical exposures and how do you treat chemical, and that could be a medical countermeasure priority review voucher opportunity as well. So it's just, what's the entry point? How do you find out about it? How do you efficiently navigate towards those funding opportunities. And we were able to make that path very clear. We got a R&D dashboard that is customized towards each individual company so that they know which tasks we're working on, which one we're going for right now, which funding opportunity, how are we innovating, how are we working towards commercialization of their product thereafter.
Yeah, and we're all familiar, I think, with kind of the standard phrase of time equals money, and at JPM people often think of that, but more importantly with this, I think time equals lives, which is something the Milk Institute talks about, and very much what your focus is helping the people navigate faster so that more lives can be saved or enhanced quicker. And so with that, the mantra of the Bullpen is find someone, help them, repeat, but this is your opportunity in your Bullpen KOL interview to make your ask of both the Bullpen and the LinkedIn community. How can people help you achieve your mission? What is your ask or a couple asks of them in 2025 to help you best move forward?
Yeah, I believe it's completely about accelerating the technology forward. And if your company, there's about 30,000 small medtech, biotech, and pharma companies out there, and we can't touch 1% of them. But if you have a dual-use technology that you believe has applicability for military and civilian settings, please reach out. I can help set up cooperative R&D agreements, find DoD investigators to work with you on your team. We can help applications that are submitted. I can help guide clinically and operationally on guidance for that. So the one ask really is to just reach out and connect, and I'm happy to help out in any way we can to get you started or work with you.
So of course people will be seeing this on LinkedIn. They can inbox you straight from this post, but also, are there other ways that you prefer? Is LinkedIn the best way? What's the best way for folks to get in touch with you?
LinkedIn, yeah, that is the best way to reach out, and especially through Bullpen, to have the connections here are really amazing.
All right, well, Eric, thank you so much for taking time sitting with us at the Bullpen. I really appreciate it. Have a great JPM.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate your time to talk with you.